Skin of metal, and a body that will never age.
You will be upgraded.
Hello, ladies and gents, boys and girls, people of all ages, sexualities, and identities, and welcome back to another Doctor Who review. And today's Doctor Who review is none other than Rise of the Cybermen. That's right, so what's happened in this story is essentially after the events of the girl in the fireplace, the Doctor ends up crashing into a parallel universe, which ends up killing and frying the TARDIS completely. He points out that he's not completely powerless, as all he has to do is wait for the fuel cell in the TARDIS to reorganize itself and essentially get ready to power the TARDIS back up. But it does scare him at first due to the fact that there's no Time Lords around anymore, so it's not going to be easy to just keep hopping between reality. Whilst in the parallel world, the Doctor soon realizes that Pete Tyler still exists, and this causes a conflict between the group. The Doctor tries to tell Mickey and Rose not to walk off, but Mickey points out that he just wants to see whether or not his Gran is okay in this universe, especially as he said it's parallel. Meanwhile, Rose is obsessed with trying to get the attention of the father that doesn't quite know she exists. Let me explain. In this universe, Pete Tyler is a very successful businessman who has gone on to become a millionaire. Jackie is completely the same way she always was, except from a little bit up class now. And Rose Tyler doesn't exist yet. Instead, the only person called Rose in their household is the dog. The Doctor and Rose disguise themselves as waiters to get into the party, and soon learn that a man named John Lumick has been making devices that has been making people freeze in the street. Later on, Lumick decides to unveil his new prize, the Cybermen, who were created by a bunch of homeless people out in the street who he decided to convert into machines of metal. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Mickey Smith finds himself being interrogated by a group who are essentially against the Cybermen. And whilst being interrogated by this group, he finds out that Parallel Him isn't too happy that he decided to investigate his Gran. Mickey explains that he didn't realise his situation, and the pair begin to get on like a house on fire. Not really. They try to go and meet back up with Rose and the Doctor, but find that the group have been surrounded by Cybermen. And that's essentially the first half of this story. So what did I think of the opening to this? I like the reintroduction of Pete Tyler. I like that we know that he's going to be a prominent part in a story later down the line. I like that Jackie just is kind of the complete opposite of herself in this universe, and that she gets really frustrated with Rose Tyler. I like that we get the introduction of the Cybermen once again, but in a kind of newer, sleeker version than what we saw in Classic Who. And most importantly, I love how John Lumick is essentially the Davros to the creation of the Cybermen. And for that reason, I'll give this first half a solid 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next Doctor Who review. Till then, goodbye. Stay beautiful, you beautiful people.